Hi there, it's July 11th, 2016. I'm going to move over here on this United States loop and show you this. To me, this shape is so dangerous. And it looks like the radar is affecting it. And you can see the radar back in here also, in that shape. So this is the loop image on the National Weather Service. Let's look at it just the way it is right at this moment. See, this line here is a weird radar line. And then this right here, that line is wind shear. But see how it curves around as it comes up onto this radar right here? It seems to me like the radar is making a shape in the storm, which is making it turn in on itself, which makes it much more dangerous than it would be normally. And I see that a lot, and if you look at a lot of the storms, you'll see that same shape a lot. Okay, let's look at something else. Alright, this is in telecast, and where it's red right here, that says possible tornado damaging winds and hail. Another one. And look at these weird light patterns. See that? That's strange. And then this blue is hail, and the yellow is wind, and the green is just strong cell. So this is in the northern middle area of the United States, which has been getting hit a lot, which is also up in this area where there's a lot of fracking for oil. And oil is, it's so light up there now from all the oil wells, and there's just like a lot of crap going on up there. So then let's get rid of that for just a minute because I also want to show you this. This is incredible. Oh, come on over here. This series of earthquakes. Hold on now. Okay, I went down on the map to see where they're happening. There's this little guy that you can bring down. This is in Ecuador. And I just want to show you this in Ecuador, agrofeed. It looks like a lot of this area is banana leaves, or banana trees, I'm sorry. And these kind of houses are what I'm seeing a lot. And people, just like us, anywhere. Okay, so let's go to, this is the area where it's happening, or where it has happened. I'm going to move down and, or I'm going to go back to the alert map. This is, oh, sorry. Now, I want you to look at this. This is on RSOE-EDIS. Okay, 3 hours ago. Let's start at the beginning of it. Okay, there was a 6.1, and then there was a 5.9, and then a 5.9, and then a 6.4, and then a 6.4, and another 6.4. Holy moly cow bluma. That's a lot of power going into one area. So that's what I was looking at on the map here. Okay, so when you click on this part, it will tell you what happened here. Sunday, July 10th, which this is just extending, I'm just up late, at 22:11 in the evening. So that's 11 o'clock at night, close to midnight, at 11:11, which is an amazing time to have such an incredible amount of earthquakes happen. Okay, so I'm on the site. Let's see. Esoteric Metaphysical Spiritual Database. Okay, so we're looking at what is the meaning of 1111. And I'm going to have the link below. Your guardian angel or spirit guide is trying to connect with you, but I don't want to stand here much because they have all these ads over here. Excuse me, which are interesting but yet distracting. And you can, when you click on the link, you can look at it yourself if you wish to. 1111 signifies your spiritual awakening, as this number seems to be predominantly noticed by those who have begun their spiritual journeys. It may be seen as something to unlock your subconscious mind. But wait, there was one other part. The first two numbers of the Fibonacci sequence are 1, 1. The Fibonacci sequence is basically tied into sacred geometry with a golden ratio of creation. So this number would represent an end to physical reality as we know it. As I mentioned in a previous article, Edgar Cayce was quoted as saying, the first something for 6 months should be 1, 1, 1, 1. Oneness of God, oneness of man's relation, oneness of force, oneness of time, oneness of purpose, oneness in every effort, oneness. Edgar may have meant first lesson for 6 months should be 11, 11. Okay, then here, DNA activation. The number 11 represents twin strands of DNA. So for some people, this is a sign of a DNA activation or upgrade. What do you think about that? So 1111 is a very magical time for a lot of people. So what happens during an earthquake of this strength that happened here today? People have difficulty standing, drivers feel their cars shaking, some furniture breaks, loose bricks fall from buildings, damage is slight to moderate in well-built buildings, considerable in poorly built buildings. Okay, I'm going to get off here for a moment. Okay, this is the earthquakereport.com. This is where the earthquakes have occurred. Look at this interesting circle out in the ocean. Okay, so here they are. Okay. Strongest earthquake since 1900. That's an interesting map. They've had some pretty bad ones there in Ecuador. Okay. Alright, sorry about that little waste of time there, sort of, but I am curious about that, though. Look at that. Looks like it has a triangle on it, doesn't it? Well, that's fascinating, with a circle around it, and then these interesting tracks going into it. And then when you start looking, you start seeing other things. It's totally bizarre. It looks like walls, and it looks like this is blurred out for some reason. Okay, so let's take this little guy, like I like to do, and go over and see if we actually can see much. Which we can't, but we can look right there, which is basically a road. There's a little house. I believe it's a house. And it looks like a toy. But if you're living in a place where it's warm most of the time, you don't need much room because you're going to be outside a lot. But I don't know what's going on there. It looks like these are a lot of plantations along this road. To me. There should be more houses here. Well, there's definitely more cars. Here are some houses. And they've got electrical power. Okay. We'll pull up farther also. I know it isn't very popular here in America, but hanging clothes on the line, they smell so good. And that is really cool when you can do that. So, if it's a very strong earthquake, it looks like it's going to do some damage to these houses that people are living in. And I could be wrong, but they don't appear to be um, supported. And, you know, people are just here living, just like we do everywhere. Okay? So I'm grateful for you, and I'm here at your service. Bye-bye.